Hello and welcome to today's Homeowner podcast, and one that's going to be a lot of fun because instead of Joe Truini, I have Jodi Marks on board with me right now. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Hey, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much. This is exciting.
I know you've been busy the last couple of days taping some of the best new products.
Yep.
That's a lot of hard work, though, being in the aisles of Home Depot. And, of course, people are inevitably coming up to you saying, hey, could you tell me where I can find an air filter? You know, people do that.
Exactly. Or, you're dodging the beeping sounds of the little guy going through with the flag. And, it's fun. It's exciting. I like being over there.
Well, what we want to do, I want to dig into your background a little bit. I ask a lot of embarrassing questions. It'll be good. It'll be good. First of all, Jodi is such a big deal. She even has a stage name. Jodi Marks isn't even her real name. Her last name, can I pronounce it? Diodati?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that Italian?
It is Italian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all Italian.
Good.
And my dad, 100% Italian.
How about that?
Yep.
Well, another thing you didn't know about Jodi, potentially, she has a twin.
I do.
And what's your sister's name?
Jenny.
Jenny, that's right.
Yep, Jenny and Jodi.
Yeah. Oh, I always thought about having twins. Thought that would be very novel to have twins when I was or being a twin or having twins.
Yeah.
And I guess there's good times and bad times.
I tell you what, being a twin is great. Having a twin, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that would
That's
be
pandemonium. We were a handful when we were kids. Yeah.
I'm sure. Now your father's in construction, and
yes.
I assume he's still doing a lot of construction.
We are. As a matter of fact, I hold the GC license for the company now, and he's just kind of sitting back and kind of in semi-retirement. And he started out in concrete and moved over to developing business parks, and they're the concrete tilt-up buildings. And the average building is probably around 55, 60,000 up to 100,000 square feet.
Wow.
So yeah, they can. And we just finished a project. I broke ground this week on another one.
Wow.
So
all of that in and around Atlanta.
Yep, all in and around Atlanta.
Wow.
I know, it's fantastic.
One thing that I've never heard anybody from Atlanta say is, boy, I love the traffic. You never hear that, do you?
No, that's why a large portion of Atlanta do work from home programs.
I know
gosh,
it.
you are absolutely correct. Yeah. And my husband is in the movie industry. He is a carpenter and builds and oversees the construction of sets. So, he is always stuck in traffic, traveling from one studio to another. And he was like, gosh, it's a shame I can't work from home. Yeah. But with the movie industry moving into Atlanta, it's really beefed up the traffic for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you hear so much about that, and more of the companies, the production companies that are taking on things. I guess the film incentives from the Georgia film industry or whatever it is has motivated a lot of that. But that's kind of exciting.
It is. It is.
Really
sometimes you can do a star spotting.
Yeah. There you go.
Robert Downey Jr. walking around or something.
There you go. So take us back a little bit now, and I know a lot of the answers to this, but for our listeners and so forth, how did you first get on television? What's some of the first things you did? Because I know in the past HGTV shows and other things. So tell us a little bit about those early days.
It was very funny because my agent at the time knew that I had the construction background working with my father. And she just primarily was sending me out, just to do commercials around Atlanta, just very low-key stuff. And she said, hey, I've got a call from a production company. They're looking to do hosting for a home improvement show. It's for this little network, and I don't know, would you be interested? And I said, yeah, I'll go and talk to him. So I went, and it boiled down to me and another lady, and they chose me, and they were like, when we started that show called Fix It Up, at that time, I think HGTV was only in maybe about 50 million homes, which is really not that not a lot. Yeah. So when we would have to describe it to people, we'd go, well, HGTV is to the homeowner what ESPN is to the sports enthusiast. And so people were like, oh, yeah. And now it's just gangbusters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, and I got started there. And then made some friends over at Turner and segued over there. And then I got this amazing call in 2008 from a wonderful guy named Danny and goes,
oh boy.
hey, do you want to come over? And I was like, I think I do. And I can't believe it's been 11 years for us.
No, unbelievable. It really has.
Yeah.
And see, what happens is Jodi comes down from Atlanta, and she spends a couple days doing the taping in the aisles of Home Depot. A lot of times they'll schedule that when I'm on the road traveling or doing something, so I don't get to see you all the time. So
this is a rare treat.
Very, very special there. You mentioned the movie work in Atlanta. I guess that's actually where you met your husband.
I did. Just because of the workload that I get with Dad and then coming down here and a couple of other things that I do, I had some gaps. And my brother-in-law, he's also in the construction industry end of the film and TV. And so he said, hey, look, if you got some time, we need some help on this particular show I'm working on. You want to come on? I mean, the first day, Danny, I walk on and I meet this guy, and I just didn't really think anything at first, but I was like, he's cute. And then here it is, 5 years later, and we're married. And,
wow.
Yeah, so it was kind of fortuitous in that. And who would have ever thought? When they say you're not looking.
Yeah. Oh, I know it. That's right. That's right. And so there's a lot of football rivalries up there, and
yes.
I think you tend to pull for Clemson a lot.
Oh no! Are you kidding? Oh my God!
Wow, she just kicked me in the leg. Come on, I was kidding.
You were so funny because there was a guy that walked in today at the Home Depot with a Carolina Gamecock outfit, a T-shirt on, and I went right on. See, you know what's going on. That's right. See, I graduated. My husband, my former husband and I, we met at Carolina, and and then my twin sister and her husband met at Carolina.
Is that right?
Yep. And so then when we had my daughter, who's now 25, she'll be 26. When she was born, it was Gamecocks all the way.
Right.
And so that we would tell her, hey, you're going to Carolina. So when she would get mad at us if we didn't, if she wanted something and we said no, she goes, if you're not careful, I'm going to go to Clemson.
Ooh,
and I was like,
wow.
No, yeah. So
she knew how to get to you.
She did, and I think we play Alabama this year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think it's
I hadn't even checked the schedule.
So that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, I don't really keep up with that team.
I mean,
the America's team, Auburn. Yes. I keep up with their schedule.
I do.
So.
If I had to choose between the two, I'm an Auburn fan for sure.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, it's been great having you on the show, and certainly we get so many people that, tell Jodi I said hello.
Aww.
I can't tell you how many people say that.
Aww.
Just tell Jodi I said hello.
That's so sweet.
Now, a few of the others said, would Jodi come over to my house? And, they no. Okay, a few little things.
Okay.
Favorite color?
Ooh, blue.
That's mine too.
Okay.
Favorite snack?
Oh, potato chips.
Really?
Oh gosh, yeah, especially the Trader Joe's salted,
yeah.
And the red label in the brown bag.
Got you excited.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a very important snack in our house.
Last concert you went to?
Oh gosh, I have to think. Believe it or not, I want to say it was My Morning Jacket.
Is that right?
Yeah, over at the Tabernacle.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that is the last show I've been to.
Huh.
I don't get around.
That's not bad. And I'll tell you though, Atlanta, so many great venues. Of course, Chastain Park is a place that I love to go out there and see the open air concerts and things like that. Okay, but this will be more funny.
Okay.
First concert.
The Kool and the Gang at
Really?
Six Flags.
Kool and the Gang. There you go.
Okay, so what was your first concert?
No, it's mine. No, I did
it. Who was yours?
Grand Funk Railroad.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Grand Funk Railroad.
Dang.
So that was pretty good.
What's the last concert you went to?
Luke Bryan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him on The Voice. What is he? American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
he's a good Georgia
though.
boy.
Georgia, I was going to say.
Yeah,
and
he's a Georgia boy.
So many of the country guys up there, let's see, Brantley Gilbert and Jason Aldean.
Yeah.
And, of course, Alan Jackson.
That's right.
All of them in and around there.
I'm telling you, Georgia's a really cool state,
I know
Danny.
I know it. And let's see, what is REM?
Yeah, REM. Athens.
Yeah, Athens.
Yeah, and the B-52s.
Yeah, B-52s. B-52s I would love to see.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen them.
Oh, my gosh. Aren't they a hoot?
And, of course, one of my favorite is Corey Smith. Is actually from Athens and plays all over Atlanta and everything.
Oh,
he's
wow.
still yet to be known by everybody, but he's doing very, very well.
That's awesome.
All around. Okay, on your perfect Sunday afternoon, what everybody has their perfect Sunday afternoon. What is yours?
Oh, I'm going to say that I get on my bike with my husband. We have bicycles that we like to get on the Silver Comet Trail.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I've heard about that.
Oh, my gosh, Danny. It is amazing. It is amazing. So we kind of get in a little deeper into the trail where there's not a lot of people that will be walking or with their strollers or joggers. And we just kind of go out maybe 25, 30 miles
Oh,
and
boy, there
come
you
on
go.
back. And once you hit that perfect sweet spot in your gears and you're just
Yeah,
cruising along
yeah.
at like, I don't know, 17 miles an hour, it's like life doesn't get any better.
That's good. That's a great way to spend a Sunday
Yeah, it
afternoon,
is.
and then you're ready for those potato chips.
No, that's right. I know. See, I gotta do that so I can eat my potato chips.
But isn't it cool though, Jodi, over the years with the interest in remodeling and home improvement, the passion that people have about it,
Yeah.
and then to be able to share, you've shared a lot of great tips over the years, and certainly people love to hear about the new products, and you present them in such a great way, the awareness of that and all. There's just no end in sight, and I always think about it's that one environment around your home that you really can make it your own.
That's so true.
If you like purple, paint it purple.
That's
You
right.
can't do that everywhere you go in your life.
That's right.
These different things. So what do you think in the years ahead? You have the internet that's affected so much. You have television, radio, and things like that. Where will home improvement be? Where is it headed?
For me, honestly, I think that it is getting simplified. People are really looking for a quick, easy, inexpensive way to kind of hit and don't get me wrong, the big renovations will always be there.
Sure.
But I think, especially with our generation, and my daughter, she's a millennial,
Right.
and you've got millennial daughters,
Oh, yeah. Sure.
and so I think with them delaying being homeowners, and I don't know, Danny. I think that people now, especially the younger generation, they want to have something that's unique, easy to do, and is maybe reversible.
Sure. Sure.
So I kind of see it kind of just. I don't know. That's kind of the direction I see it going. Only because I'm working right now with my daughter. I was telling you before we started taping.
Tell us about Hannah now. Some exciting news here.
She just got married in April.
Wow.
So they're thinking about buying a house, but they're going to wait a couple of years. So she's actually in an apartment. They're in an apartment, and so she's looking for ideas that she can do, like you say, to kind of put her fingerprint or her thumbprint on her living space, and so. The options out there to tear out a wall or, it's just not there for her. So we're always looking for ideas for her to just kind of make that her own personal space.
Sure.
A lot of people are spending more time at home.
Right.
You've got streaming videos and all the different channels, so people really aren't going out, say, as far as seeking for their entertainment,
That's right.
if you will.
Sure.
So, they are staying at home. And so, kind of being at home all the time, you really do want it to make it your own little personal nest. And so doing projects that are easy to do, I think, is kind of where at least the millennials are, from the impression I'm getting from talking to her and her friends.
Well, something I heard the other day, a statistic that the average age of all homes in the United States, 28 years.
Really?
And so I was shocked. Wait a minute.
Wow.
And then the logic behind, there's only so many of them being torn down and abandoned every year, which is really a tremendous number by itself. But then you have the newer homes, which is, slowed down compared to what it was many years ago. So you have people buying homes. So it all of a sudden started making sense. But it also made me realize that remodeling and buying the older homes, the millennials having the affordability of that to be able to buy these homes, is just unbelievable, how much. And so the appetite for practical home improvement advice will never go away. It's
so
like we
true.
always say around here at Today's Homeowner, nobody ever gets tired of good advice and good information. And it will just keep fueling the fire. You know what that does for us? It's a little job security. Don't you
It
think?
is. But, and you kind of made me think of something when you said that, because sometimes, Danny, we talk home improvement so much that we forget that just even some of the simple steps or the simpler projects, if we're, are not so simple to someone who's maybe just thinking of jumping off into the deep end for the first time.
Right.
So it's like, oh yeah, wait a minute, I got to back up here and really delve into, the step-by-steps, where I'm just kind of thinking, oh yeah, you do this and you do this. And it's like, whoa. So you're right. I mean, there's always going to be a need for a more detailed.
And that's what we do so many times on the television show, particularly, that, we'll have something and we're going along, we'll go, and I remember one particular particular situation where I was saying, look, you know what we really need to do here? We're caulking this countertop and everything. Let's break it down a little bit and talk about the choice of caulk, talk about how careful to cut the tube of caulk so that it works well for a guide and these type of things. And, one of my producers said, well, man, everybody knows about caulk. We do that. Well, when we did that, all the emails that came in and all, I got the last laugh on that one, but it did emphasize exactly what you're saying. You keep it real simple, you break it down, you show those different things.
Yes.
Though it may seem elementary to us that have done a lot of this, there's a whole new group of people that the light bulbs are going off everywhere.
That's right.
And
They're like,
I
never really thought about that. It's the little tricks of the trade that, we just take for granted, but that can, like you say, turn on that light bulb.
Hey, it's great to sit down with you, and I'm so happy for you with your marriage and with Hannah's marriage and all of that, and look forward to hearing about the little grandbabies that will be bound to be coming around.
Oh, I know, and congratulations on your new grandbaby
thank
girl.
You. It is
oh,
just
my
great.
goodness.
We'll break out the picture here in a few minutes. So. But again, and if you'd like to find out more about Jodi, you can go to jodimarks.com. And certainly you can send us any email as a follow-up on that by going to todayshomeowner.com/podcast. Thanks a lot, Jodi.
Thank you, Danny.